Make me leave. Fuck, I can't win anything.
Time that we started talking about flights.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, how often do you record? And you're just like, I just keep, you know, like, I was like, well, do you have any more? It's like, yeah, I've got way too much.
They just keep coming.
Enough to where I asked you for a live performance, and you're like, I don't even know the songs. You just keep doing it. You're like Beck. Or like,
We're getting pretty deep into the next.
I'm glad you're talking about that because a lot
Very
of
weird.
Yeah, a lot of what's interesting about like you making music is that you don't seem to be super. Not that you're not into performing, you just have shit to do.
Yeah.
But you keep recording.
Yeah. That's what recording.
You keep recording.
I know.
But, I mean, and I'm doing that because I have. That's that wanky like artist thing where it's like I do it because I have to.
No.
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not like depressed or anything, but
I get depressed if I don't do it.
well, because you got to do something.
Yeah. If I don't get up here and record or do something or you know, at least get together like with Josh and talk about it, talk about what we're planning to do.
Right.
I just don't really feel good. I can't go that long without it. I don't really feel working together, kind of collaborating. But the cool thing is we're not really recording live because we all have kids and stuff, and you got to work around that. That's tough. So we record parts at our own place and just kind of shoot them back and forth over Google Drive. Just like put the files there. I put it in my machine. I send him what I've been working on, and we just been working like that.
So you're already a bitter rock band that doesn't want to be in the studio together.
Just like you know who inspired that? It was Def Leppard.
Yeah.
Back in the late '90s, I read some interview with Def Leppard, and they were talking about how this guy lives in Switzerland, this guy lives in America, and he lives in Britain. And we just couldn't be bothered to get together for the last album, so we just emailed each other our parts. And then the interviewer's like, doesn't that really kind of take the artistic integrity out of it? And he was like, we're Def Leppard. And at the time I was like, that's ridiculous, but it's nice that he acknowledged it. But now, it's just the easiest way to work.
I don't know if it does. I mean, you're making something.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to, otherwise you could just have electronic drum tracks and not be playing with your friend. At least in this way, you get to play with your friends.
Yeah. And
Man, that's when it feels like it went well.
well, yeah, and then but you're right that you got to be kind of critical of it after you're done. Otherwise, you can't really, I think, get better. And you can't really, I don't really like anything about a month after I've done it. I don't like it at all.
Right.
I kind of dislike it. I might, and I try to forget it as quickly as possible. And if you do like it, I think that kind of slows you up a little bit to do something better the next time.
Oh, well,
And I think it's kind of a defensive type of a thing that or some kind of way that you don't get so. You always think you can do better. I guess.
Yeah.
The potential to do sounds and stuff, because that's what I'm interested in. I figured out what all I was trying to do on those guitars was really, you can also do that kind of, it's basically kind of like keyboard and synthesizer type sounds, but I was just doing it in that way. But doing it with keyboards and stuff, it's just kind of the same thing, same idea of just making cool sounds. It's just a different way to work.
Are you more interested in either one?
Right now, I'm a lot more interested in synthesizers and things like that, and software.
Which a synthesizer is the one where you record. No, wait a minute.
Synthesizer is just a keyboard, basically.
Okay.
Keyboard sounds. You make it. You can have digital or analog synthesizers. You just create the sound basically from the ground up using waveforms, oscillators, and then you run it through different filters.
So you don't use a sample at all? You just
You can do sample-based stuff.
Right.
I guess you can include all that junk in there.
So samplers.
Electronic music is kind of the overarching genre. But yeah, that is what I mean. Using sample-based stuff, synthesizer-based stuff, beat production and things like that. Right now, that's a lot more entertaining to me.
But the guitar's still fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I go through things where I don't like it for a while.
It's like every day and you forget, and you get so caught up in your own stuff, that you forget that
Oh, I know
you
how
have
that
a
is.
family and friends.
Man, when I first started recording, I would record all night because I waited tables, I think, when I started doing all that. So I had kind of crazy hours, but I mean, I'd stay up till 7 in the morning recording. I would basically did that all the time for a good 4 or 5 months. But I learned a lot. Then you can't keep that up forever. With me. And man, I was just recording non-stop all the time. And I wasn't sleeping very good, I guess because I wasn't keeping very regular hours. But I was recording, I did a ton of stuff. And all those are basically on tapes. I haven't transferred a lot of them to digital. But
Are you still hanging out with people?
yeah, I mean, they would lure me out sometimes at night.
You pale and pasty.
Yeah, they lure me out to do something. They kind of just knock on the door, and I'd come out and hang out a little bit. But a lot of the time, I just wouldn't do that. But I think when you really get into it, at least initially, you got to learn how to do it all, and you really get absorbed in it.
Yeah.
But now I get away from it for a while. I gotta get away from it for sometimes because I don't have any. Like if you try to force writing something, sometimes it just
it's garbage.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you seem like a
Here we go. If you see.
you seem like a totally normal person.
Yeah. But realistically, like if you see, if someone enjoys your music and then they listen to this interview and then you seem human, someone like me who's listening to podcasts going like, man, I wish I could do that, but that's what those people do.
Right.
Yeah, it's all meant to be inspirational, and like as cheesy as that is, I don't know. I think it's a positive for because as I listen to more and more stuff that content creators are making, a lot of it's really low budget.
Really?
And some of it's not very well produced, but it's interesting.
It's probably because of it's just so accessible to just anybody.
We did our first episode on the phone.
Yeah, I know.
Basically. I think we might have recorded it. But either way, we could have just done it on that phone.
Right. I mean, the technology's there, and then you're using
stuff. And so there's that. But what I'm trying to make is something to inspire people to make stuff, because I know that I feel completely different than I did 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
On a day-to-day basis.
Because you
I'm at least making something.
and you didn't think before like that's not something I could do.
It feels like other people do that. Because you've been doing it for 20 years. I don't know how old you are, but give or take, right? It feels like other people do that. At least from my perspective. I just never have the balls, right? And I want other people to realize that they're regular people. Like
You can do it too.
yeah, except for Steven Tyler, he could only be a lead singer. He's not. We're talking about
I don't like that. I don't like people who close their eyes when they sing.
Eddie Vedder closes his eyes to these things, but
Yeah, but he can get away with it. But like some guy who's got a that I think that counteracts the closing your eyes.
yeah, he opens his mouth.
If you're doing it like with a hard rock song or something like that, I don't know. But like the guy who gets up there with a little acoustic guitar, like closes his eyes and sings real soft, I just hate that. That's
I don't like when you back up off the mic.
It's tough sometimes to perform.
Well, it's awesome that you still do stuff. Even I know you're playing with Josh and stuff, but you're not technically in a band.
Yeah.
You have a family, you got a career, you have a lot going on, but you're still making stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I've just found there's no good reason not to, and that's not to shame people, but for shame.
Man.
If you feel like you can, just try. Worst case scenario, you're gonna make something crappy, and then you'll learn from that, and then you'll make something less crappy. I'm not very optimistic about my work. I've been getting less crappier by the week.
Well, there you go.
It's just only crappish.
Well, maybe some people. I could go up to Alley Cat and probably set up I got this drum machine right here. I can probably.
You play live drums?
Yeah, I can dust this baby off.
Whoa!
You program it in, hit start, and twist some knobs. Maybe bring this thing.
But you have to move with it.
I can probably the jog wheel. I'm gonna go to a different menu.
They do that. We went to Sarita. And obviously super famous people too, but like it's more important to me that like grounded, like normal fucking people make things that they're proud of, or at least like, you know, it's fulfilling, and it's nice. It's really inspiring.
Well, thank you.
And especially for doing it for years, because then that makes me think like, you know, because for me, I'm like, God, I'm too old to start this.
Yeah.
That was another thing. Like you'll hit like 25 or something, you'll go like, well,
It hasn't happened.
when I turned 30, I like got like, because I it's super cliche, but I actually took it sort of hard.
Yeah.
And I like the day or two before I turned 30, I started looking up famous people and what they had done by the age of 30, which is
Most of them were dead.
well, yeah, you don't know. I didn't like look, yeah, like you know, I didn't look up the 27 Club, but no, you look up like just any number of famous people, not just like musicians and stuff, but
Right.
But you know, and it's just don't do that when you're about to turn 30.
Oh yeah.
Don't look up Stevie Wonder's bio. You don't want to find out.
Don't look up Alexander the Great.
Yeah, for real, yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, I haven't conquered one actually. But yeah, but I just for anybody just do it. If you're 20 or 40 or whatever,
Right.
Just do it. I mean, if for yourself, if nothing else, and that sounds terrible, but kind of.
But now with all this stuff, being able to,
In the background.
I'm still going to. There's always the movies,
Yeah.
motion pictures.
The talkies are where the money is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that dream's still out there.
Well, screw it. Sell all your pedals and get a bus ticket. I don't know why I have to take the bus, but it feels right. It's just the lime green, like burlap suitcase with a sleeve.
Here I
hanging out.
am. One ticket to Hollywood, please.
And you're just crying on the casting couch.
I don't even know how you would get into the movie, but I don't even know how that works at all. I
Uh,
guess you get in touch with an agent.
There's like
You gotta get some headshots done.
you gotta get headshots. You have to get 4-panel headshots. One of just you, one of you in a suit, one of you with like, like a football in one hand and like a baseball bat with a glove hanging off of it. And
Really?
Then, yeah, and then like maybe one where you're like, like farming or something. Just to show that you're versatile.
I can do any of these roles.
Yes, I can
Farmer,
totally be
businessman,
Bo Jackson.
football player.
Cool. Well, I think that's good for what we're doing.
All right.
That might seem like a whole lot of nothing.
Try the wine.